What Means Business, where I'm going to be taking you through the business in entertainment. Like I told you at the beginning of this week, we say that this week is going to be dedicated to the music. We've done so many of the movies, but right now we are just deciding to dedicate this week to the music. So for those of you who love the music makers out there, if you're a music maker, you're a music producer, you're a singer, definitely, and you really want to the right time for you to be watching Smart Means Business on this segment. So, and today I'm going to talk about the current state of the music business globally. Definitely, we can look at the local and also the international. You know, ever since the pandemic came in and really hit, the music business is one of the businesses that have been really hardly affected. Now, to start in our country here in Uganda, it's nearly coming to now 2 years when we don't have concerts taking place. So you can see how that something is very big. Might sound a little bit that has been perhaps doing business in another sector, but 2 years is really big. But some time back, I was traveling somewhere and I met people. I was surprised, and they were dealing in goat's meat. Facing currently, but interestingly, what they put across was the concerts are not taking place. The concerts is where we used to make most of our money, and that really beat my mind. I was like, okay, so the music industry was having really this impact, because when we look into these things, we look it past that. Yes, we shall look at the music business itself, its contribution itself, but we remember there are other sectors that are depending on the sector itself also. Many artists actually have really gone broke into the nation, you know, because we've seen some of them running out to ask for money. And surprisingly, which is not the case in other countries. In other countries, artists are giving charity to the people that are suffering from the effects of the COVID-19, which is not the case here. Yes, some have done that. I'm not going to discredit them, but it's really been something, let me say, very hurting to, like, for them. Sorry about that. So, trying to look into the other side of the world, the Western world. Yes, the Western world also got hit by the effects of the COVID-19. They really hit them so hard, but the impact has not been just like the way it's been on the local scene in our country, and in particular Uganda. This is what I'll say. What is the way to go concerning that? Perhaps, I hope as a music maker, a music maker can be a singer and a producer at the same time. Okay, as a producer, as a singer out there, what have you learned from the COVID? You know, because most of our artists here in Uganda used to earn money through local concerts, home-based concerts. Because in my home base, I know there are concerts that take place personally where I come from. And that's how these people were getting money. And it's like it became a norm and a trend, and we got so used to it that that's the only way you can make money. But it's not really that. Yes, it's just one of the ways, but it's not the only way you can make money through the music you make. So today we want to talk ways we can cap the solutions. We can get the solutions for the effects that are affecting the music industry, but in particular in Uganda. Though some of the factors I might discuss about might seem a little bit, let me say, a little bit hard to adapt, but it's the only way to go through. Because when something happens in the nation, sometimes you just have to adapt to it and you move on. That's the only way you will see the progress taking place into your career or any other career you're pursuing. So there is this essence known as, let me say, digital platforms. I know some of you have heard about digital platforms. And when I talk about digital music platforms, I mean the likes of Spotify, Tidal, there is Apple Music, YouTube, of course, I can't forget YouTube. But it's interesting that for so many years, these are contents that have not really been so much taken into much consideration in our country, and in particular Uganda, concerning East Africa. Because I've seen our neighbors in Tanzania here concerning streaming. They are really performing very well concerning streaming on the YouTube. And that is really helping their artists to earn that revenue from the YouTube. That has not been the case in Uganda, but just because of the issues that have been there, let me say, competition, there is this word I will put in quotes, beef, some kind of that, hatred, whereby one artist wants to be more famous than the other. So at the end of the day, they end up throwing tantrums. And you know the funny thing is that what artists portray in the public, definitely even the fans are going to take it just like that. Reason being, if the artists amongst themselves there is hatred, that means there is also going to be hatred amongst the fans. You see that? So once the fans are having the hatred amongst themselves, definitely you expect that is going to affect your revenue as an artist. For example, if I'm a fan of artist X, and artist X has a grudge with artist Z, definitely if I'm a fan of artist X, I'm not going to stream artist Z's music, or I'm not even going to go to his show, I'm not going to go to his concert, I'm not going to buy his music on any digital platform because I don't like it, because the artist I like doesn't like that artist. So you see, in that way, that is really affecting. It's okay to have the beef, because we've seen in other countries whereby artists feud behind scenes. For example, I'll give a good example of Kanye West and Jay-Z. Yes. During 2011, these two people came up and did an album together that was called Watch the Throne. That album was produced by Kanye West, and Jay-Z, of course, was the main rapper on the album. Though it's a joint album, it's not considered an album for Jay-Z or Kanye West. The credit is given to them both, so it's their album. But reports came out, and we used to see that Jay-Z and Kanye West were feuding behind the scenes. And when we talk about feuding, we mean having some kind of misunderstandings. So when Jay-Z asked about this, he said, yes, I met Kanye West, and it was simply business. You know? So it's interesting that how these people really had the grudges. They were feuding behind the scenes, but they did put this across to the fans. We didn't see this. It just came as a surprise, you know? It just came as a surprise. So we didn't see it really coming for these two artists to feud. So it's been the case in Uganda here, where the artists have been a little bit feuding, and when they feud, they put it in the public, and when they put it to the public, definitely that is going to affect the fans, which is not the case in Tanzania. Because imagine the artists, if we really have this mindset that we want to dominate the industry, like we want this industry to be fruitful for the artists need to benefit. It has to be a collection of fans, my fans versus your fans. If I'm an artist and another artist X, definitely that will mean that his fans are my fans. And when your fans are my fans, definitely that means they are going to stream my music on the streaming platforms. And when they stream the music, I'm going to be earning some money in that case. So that has been the challenge we've been having on the local scene. Anyway, what I'm trying to drive at here is that in Uganda, we didn't have really this big, the idea of digital platforms. They have not really been so common. And it's been some kind of a, let me say, I'll call it, it's been something we've not really taken serious. Perhaps we think it's very hard, it's not easy to get a digital platform, you know. Those are the minds that we be having, but it's not the case. It's really very easy. It doesn't really take you so much, you know, because now, like for example, it's very important as an artist to have a dollar account, because when you have your dollar account, you're going to be able to monetize your music. In that case, you're going to be able to monetize your music, because definitely when you're opening up, they're going to ask you for the Visa card. And this is what, when the person is buying the music, they're going to be asked about the Visa card. Yeah, they need to put the Visa card, and yeah, so it's very important. Now, artists in Uganda that have been really earning during this post-pandemic time, the time of the pandemic, are really quite very few. You know, and these are the artists you will never find trying to go and maybe look for money. Okay, why I'm speaking this is I'm just trying to inspire the artists that are coming to learn something from what just happened to the music business, that anything can happen whereby people no longer get concerts, people can no longer access, but the only way they can access you as an artist is through your online platform, your digital platform. And to make things interesting, as they access you, it's not for free. There is a penny you earn. So that should be something very to take into big consideration. And as an artist, when you say you want to be on a music platform, like a digital platform, it doesn't mean that you be on only one digital platform. You can have quite a number of digital platforms so that you can put your music, because that's going to help you widen your base. For example, my topic here today concerning the state of the music business, I want to drive the concept of internet. Trying to use the internet to reach out to the fans as an artist, you know. Internet is very key, because remember, as any artist accesses, as any fan accesses your account, it's not for free. They're either going to buy the music, or that platform itself is going to pay you. And you may ask yourself, yes, it's paying me, how does it earn the money? Definitely, as you buy the data and you go to and you stream that song, definitely that data, the cost of data, part of it goes to the streaming platform, and definitely the platform has to pay the artist for that. So it's very important for artists. Let's build streaming platforms, digital streaming platforms, established streaming platforms. And it doesn't matter what platform you put your music on. Any platform you use can really help you to sell your music. And I'm going to first of all talk about Spotify. Yeah, Spotify is one of the leading music digital platforms in the world out there. So some people could be asking themselves, okay, I've talked about this before, about Spotify, but today I want to talk about the details concerning payments, so that as an artist who wants to make money from your music, you can know exactly how you can earn money from a digital streaming platform. In the last decade, many platforms have emerged where you can listen to music, such as Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Tidal actually belongs to Jay-Z, by the way. Yes, these are YouTube Music, SoundCloud, or even Pandora. Pandora is also one of them. Spotify is one of the most known in the music industry, and nowadays many artists make money thanks to these streaming platforms. Yes, a big thanks to the streaming platforms, most especially to this time of the pandemic. Nowadays many artists make money, especially now that there are almost no live shows due to the pandemic. These streaming revenues are extra significant simply because the fact that the fans right now cannot access the artist visually, like face-to-face contact, what they're going to do, they're going to decide to go to their streaming platforms to access their music, and they're going to be making some good money. So nowadays many artists make money, especially since there is a pandemic. But how much money does an artist actually make on Spotify streams? Now that's the question any artist out there could be asking themselves. When I was starting the session of the entertainment, I was just building up. I was building up something, because this is where I'm heading right now. This is now the real topic I'm going to talk about today on the music, in the business, in entertainment. That's why I came a little bit slow, because I was going step by step, because I wanted you, as you watch, we be together. But now we started. Hope we shall be following one another as you're watching. So the question is, how much does Spotify pay per stream? Streaming platforms are the center of the music industry. However, while promising local artists will earn not so much through streaming, an international superstar will make million times as much. Oh, so you can imagine that. Did you hear that statement? The report here says, streaming platforms are at the center of the music industry. And however, while promising local artists will earn not so much through streaming, an international superstar will make a million times as much. You know, talking about international in this case, I'm trying to show you that definitely when you get your music onto this platform, definitely that qualifies you to be international. Wow. Did you just see that? I say that automatically qualifies you to be international. For you to be international, it doesn't mean you have to go to outside countries to perform there. No. The mere fact that your music is on YouTube, you're already international, because international means that somebody can access you at whatever part of the country they are. No, sorry, not country, but whatever part of the world, let me say. world, nation, continent there, they can access you. And the only way they can access you is through YouTube. YouTube and other platforms. Okay, I was just giving YouTube as an example because I said the mere fact that you're in YouTube, which is very common platform, that already makes you international. Now, we are going to see how Spotify pays. Spotify pays less than a cent. Yes, per stream, it pays less than a cent. That's about $0.003 to $0.00884 per stream, with an average payout of 0.04 pay per stream. So you can see that the average payout of Spotify per stream of any artist, if you really want to make money from that, is $0.004 per stream. So try to put that into dollars. So when you try to put that into the dollars, you're going to realize that for you to make $1 from Spotify music, you need to at least have about 250 streams. Yes, when you get 250 streams, you're going to be earning yourself $1. And the report here says that how much you will earn depends on very many factors, because it's never constant, as we are going to see. Things keep on changing, you know, very many factors. For example, not every country pays the same amount of money. Wow, this is so interesting. Now, a subscriber in Africa, if somebody subscribes to your platform in Africa, they're not going to pay the same money as somebody in America. Americans have their price. Now, so you see, if you're an artist out there and an American is buying your music, you're going to get, of course, some extra money. An African will also pay some money, though it may not be as much as that of America. Somebody in Portugal is going to pay also some money, though it may not be the same money with the one in Africa. So the prices are going to be differing depending on the country where the person is streaming your music. So as you can see, it's really interesting. You could be asking yourself, but is that fair for an artist? Yes, it's really very fair for the artist, because supposing they put the standard price very high, some people may not be able to afford, more so in developing countries. Yes, they may not be able to afford, and that affects your stream. So that's why they try to make it versatile. You find that when you have many people from, let me say, Africa streaming your music, you may not earn as the same money as somebody having many people streaming their music in America or Europe. So that's the average pay. That's 0.04 pay per stream, as we have seen. For example, not every country pays the same. So it also depends on the distribution contract you have, or whether your music is streamed by users with a free or premium account. So that's why it's very important to monetize your account, because most of these streaming platforms, if you really want to make money, don't go for a free. Yes, the free may work for demos. Let me say you have the demos and you want to put them out to show the world what you really have. You may decide to relax a little bit and you don't put the money there. But if you really want to make music and you want to make money out of your music, it's very important to monetize your streaming platform, you know. And we see here it also depends on the contract you have with the streaming platform. Some sign for free and some sign for premium plans that comes with a different, it could be a yearly subscription, it could be a monthly subscription. And you know, some streaming platforms provide favorable streaming rates. For example, they can have a monthly costing